Chapter 2. Flight to Widge. Scott wrote in his notebook, "Pelamots can't read. Helping keepers with book. Vitacore has 25 bits, called Vitons, but only 22 here. 3 Vitons missing." Rhodey was very angry with the keepers.
"You said you had them all!"
he shouted. "There are no more Vitons in Pelamar," replied Doris. "They cannot have vanished," said Gorwin. "They must have fallen beyond the mountains, in Widge. A search party must set out at once." Boris was shocked. "To Widge? I'm not going there," he said. Doris and Morris felt the same. Rhodey told Scott why.
"It's an awful place. The air's so thin you can't fly. The weather changes every minute. It's nothing but tricks and traps and widgets."
Scott didn't want to go to Widge either. The children drew lots. Someone had to stay behind to read the book for the keepers. Scott hoped it would be him, but Jenny lost. Everyone decided that Boris had to go. Then the search party set off. Boris took his rucksack and cricket bat. Rhodey, who could speak Widgeon, went too. Scott flew on Gorwin's back. Boris held Amanda's hand.
"When I say run, run!"
he told her. He ran forward, his cricket bat pointing skywards, and they were flying too.
We're flying!
Jenny waved sadly as her friends flew away into the evening sky. She shivered, suddenly cold, then turned back to the book. Morris's pet caterpillar, Frug, had eaten holes in one of the pages. Jenny was cross. "The most important word in the page, and that caterpillar's eaten it. That's all he's left." Doris wasn't helpful, but Jenny worked it out with the help of the book. "Triangular. The 4 triangular Vitons make up the base. See, Doris? Like this." Jenny started to draw in her notebook. "Sometimes you need words and pictures," she said to Doris. "Why don't you and I rewrite the hard bits of the book as we work them out?" Doris grabbed the book. "No," she said. Up in the sky, Boris was showing off to Amanda.
"Flying's better than silly old reading any day,"
he yelled. But then they crash-landed, and his bat split. Gorwin and Rhodey landed too. They were angry with Boris. "Don't be cross," said Amanda. "Anyway, I think it's time we stopped for something to eat." While Boris mended his bat, Amanda took packages from his rucksack. "Figs, dates, peanuts," she read as she handed them round. Boris sneaked a tub of strawberries, and then a tub of salt. He dipped a strawberry in the salt and ate it.
"Ugh!"
he gasped. Amanda laughed and held up the tub of sugar. "Perhaps reading's not so silly after all," she said. Just then, Boris's videophone rang, in the peak of his cricket cap. Amanda picked up the cap. Jenny's face appeared on the screen. She had called to say that they had fitted 4 Vitons together, but that it was strangely cold in the Vitacore house. Amanda turned to ask Gorwin if he knew why, but she stopped short.
"Rhodey!" she screamed. "Rhodey's fading!"
They all leapt up.
"Quick!" ordered Gorwin. "Get away from here! Hurry!"
Gorwin took off, with Scott and Amanda on his back.
"Rhodey, hurry!"
urged Boris. But suddenly, Rhodey shrank. He was tiny. Boris scooped him up, ran and took off. They flew across the night sky, with Rhodey in Boris's pocket. Rhodey was too weak to grow big again. Some widgets were watching the search party. They squabbled and squeaked excitedly. Near to Widge, the air was getting too thin to fly through.
"Which way?"
panted Boris. Stars suddenly shot across the sky, with words.
"Look!" shouted Amanda. "Skywriting!"
A trail of stars pointed out Widge Way. They landed near the Widgets' border camp. The Widgets were short, furry creatures with pouches. They watched in silence as Boris took Rhodey from his pocket.
"Tell the Widgets we are friends and we need their help," said Gorwin.
Rhodey squeaked in Widgeon. He told the Widgets that 3 Vitons were missing somewhere in Widge. The Widgets huddled together and squeaked excitedly.
"What are they saying?" asked Gorwin.
But Rhodey couldn't hear. The Widgets invited them to camp for the night. They offered to help. Scott got out the map of Widge he had brought from the Vitacore house. The border camp was marked with 3 paths leading from it. "Which one do we take?" wondered Scott. Amanda shrugged. "North?" A Thinks bubble popped up from the head of a Widget standing behind her. "North." Other Widgets popped up answering bubbles.
"Ha ha! Good trick!"
As Amanda looked up, the bubbles burst. She did not see them.